my friends of software entertainment, and welcome back to a new series about the Symfony Framework content management system Zulu. Today we will see how we render select options to the admin area and bring this to the Twig templates in the front end. Enjoy this live coding tutorial video. Thank you. Okay, so here's our ThemeForest template, and we want to add now a new part to our admin area. And this is here under the working process. There is a section where you can select some icons, and this is what we want to do with the select option. And everything here has just a headline, a description, and a link with a little text. So this is our setup. We have to iterate about one element like this. So we have this select option of this car. We have a headline, a description, and a link. Let's check the details for this element. We have here our index HTML file, and there is a text we want to find in. It's looking for the car, and now we see here the selection. We have here a selection with a container and a row, and in this row there are car items, and each car item has this here outside. So we have here our flat icon search. Here is our flat icon auto scale, and here our flat icon service. So we want to have service, auto sale, and search in a drop-down field on our admin area. For this task we have to add a new section to the homepage configuration file here on the admin area. So Zulu minus section, and we check out the name for the section here. It's car adds on. We select this, add it here, and say on the title we can use this English name here. And after that we directly add the title in German. Here for our German editors. We have here properties, and as we see there was only a block element what iterates our small element. So we start with a block element here, and this block element are the car adds items, and we have there a few properties. The first thing here, I think it is a drop down. So we have this Zulu property single selection field. You also have all this boilerplate here on the Zulu documentation, and now I say here, that's how I call it, adds car icon, and the ads car icon has icons, and the default value here is, what did I say? Search. Sorry for my typing thing. Is search. The English name is search. The German name here is Suche. We add this later because we are now here on my template. So we check out the second. It's auto sale. The value, and we show this title here to the editor. Car sale, or maybe just sale. That's a bit more similar to the first parameter. And now we have here the third parameter. We just can copy paste it here. Also, we could add a live template for the future, but maybe this is too much for today. It's a bit late here. Service. Service and service. So we just add here some German words. We make here the arrow away. We add here a new DE title. Maybe it's also items. There's not a really good German word for it. We have this icons, what is also really similar in German. But here we have some clearer translation. And here it's DE. And here service is just the same. Okay, now we have this. So let's go back to the front end to check what are the other elements here on this HTML template file. There was a headline, a description, and a text with a link. So we add a headline here. It's just the, what is add cars or cars add car ads? Car ads headline. And we got this description here. This is in text field. Text editor. Car ads description. This is a description. And we have this text with link. Sooner link text to page. Link text and page selection in one line. So we have this car ads text and link to page. Okay, now we have this element here, and we will check it on the admin area. For this, we just go to the backend, to our start page, And now we have down here our auto extras, and we can add a block. And we see here that our headline, description, and the link with the page selection is not in our block element. This is a little issue here by me. I just have to cut it here and to add it here as properties to this element. So I have to move this section here. And now when we reload it, it will be inside, I hope. So now we have this drop down here. What is the main thing in this tutorial here? I can say search, this is also the default case. Then we have this headline here. I will check out what is here. Looking for a new car. Okay, this is okay. Question mark, and then we have a description here. Wir sind hier für Ihr neues Auto. And we have a link text. To get a date here, and we can select a page. We have not subpages so far, so we cannot select it now. I just have to add one subpage to select it, I think. Let me check what I can do here. In this moment I go to workspace, and now I add here one page. Say this is a standard page because the start page has too much items now here. This is just a sub page, and we have here something is German. No problem. We can do this in German, and now we have a subpage and say okay, publish it. And then when we go back to our web space, we can select here just our subpage. Now it's selected. So we need 2 more items here, 2 more block elements. The second was the sale. Maybe it's that you want to sell your car, want to sell a car. Okay. Mehr infos. And now we have here Angebot, get an offer, and we also select our single sub page, and we have this third. What is service? What is it in the template? Book a car repair. Sie brauchen eine Inspektion. Question mark. There are all question marks here. Mehr zu Werkstatt. We cannot rewrite every time the same, because then we cannot say that it's definitely good rendered later in the front end. We say here Werkstatt and select our subpage. So now we add all the 3 elements here to our backend, say save and publish. So when we published it here, we also have it here on our front end. I have to check if I have our dump here. There's no dump in the template. Okay, we go to the template. Maybe we say here we want to dump content as internal. Okay, and when we re-render the front end, we have now our target symbol here. We could open this in a new window, and we will have here our car add items, and our car add items has a car icon, a headline, a description, and button text, and a button link. Now we just can go back to our Twig template and say, okay, we need this car add items first here. So as every time we check that we have something here is not empty, Twig not empty, and content dot car add items is not empty. This is our case when we render our section. Because when we have no car add items, we don't need to render something on the front end. Okay, so when we have car items, we need to render the car items. So we copy the full section here and say, okay, when this comes, when there are items inside, we will render the section. So I think this is the item. Okay, so we can just delete these 2 items here, and now we have here 1 item that we have to iterate. So we will do here a for item in content dot, we have it here, I think, it's not there, car adds items. We will render this here. So for now we have here our selection value. We just do it as an output. We check here. This is a item dot and then this key, and here is the item's description. We will see that we have to render it here. Item dot and we have to output this raw because we want to do here some HTML stuff. And here is a link and the link text. And I will add the link later in this video, because for now I want to see if this is rendered to the front end. So we will reload our front end page. No errors. And we have this here. Okay, there is a little misconfiguration, maybe because there is not enough text inside, or that we have not a closing text, but I think for now it's working, and we have here an issue on this value here. So we check what happened here. I don't got it here, then I will have to check it here. It's not so bad to run in an issue and to say, hey, we have some problems here. So we have this flat icon minus service here, and we have here this auto minus service. So we just remove this here, then we have to, I think we have to reload in the backend, because this is a new value here. Maybe we have to do a new save. Okay, now it's, there it is. I have to select here service, save and publish, and now also this is here. Now all icons are red. This is a little problem here we have to fight from the layout. So when we check out the layout here, we have here our service get services item. So we have here border 2. No, this was not the thing we have here. 2, 1, and 3. So what can we do here now on our Twig template? We say here we define an array. With this we can say set class is array with one, 2, and 3. Now we can say here we also want to have the key of the loop. So we say here key and give me key and item. And now I can say here, please give me class key. And when I reload now our front end, we have these colors here, 1, 2, and 3. This is working for us. And now we have to check here what is with the buttons. So we have to check now that we make here our target. And this target here is just Zulu set target. And the Zulu set target is now Zulu content path. And when I check out here my documentation on Zulu, Zulu single page selection, I think this is here Zulu load content. Zulu content load, sorry, and then is here it's .url, maybe it's item dot the caret button link. Otherwise we have to debug it. .url, I don't know if this is really working. We will check this. Okay, there is no key like URL. So maybe we just can remove it because he's loading it. Okay, this don't look so bad. And we have here to set it back on the template. Sorry for that, this is late in the evening. Target. Maybe refresh. Array to string, maybe now. So let's check the error. It's array to string. So maybe here is a URL. I think I have to do more practice on pass. I have to do a bit more stuff on the documentation to make this clearer, but now it's going to the subpage. So let me just clean up our target for link. Maybe we can just do this behind this here. Hopefully this works. Little improvement would be cool. This works, so we can add a new live template here. Target for single page selection. So now we have here our link from our slider, and now we can say, okay, please give me this Twig Zulu set target content load from path, and I can say here that my variable is not set right. So let's fix this in the live templates. Okay, now we have here a variable. Okay, apply. Okay, now we can use it here. Trig to set path from content load path, set target from content load path, and now we have here this slide dot. We will check here. And we will check here on the front end slide button link. Okay. And now we can use this target here as output. And for now, we will also have a link here on our slider to the subpage, and this is working. So far so good. Our template for now is finished. I don't want to fix the HTML CSS problem with the footer here in this video. So just a little look back. We have some struggling here on our live templates, but we fixed this live templates, and I want to show you here on my video tutorials also some best practice how I work with projects to show you what problems I have and how I go through these problems. But I can just say here we have now our caret section as a review. What is a block element? It's a repeating element, and the first property is a single selection with the icons, and the icons has here one parameter is the default value, what is pre-selected, and when the value matches on a name, the first item is selected, and when it's not matching this name, you have to select first one value, and there is no default value. So we have here just 3 items: the name, what is later the value in the front end, and what I show to the editor. So for me it's now search, auto sale, and service. And when I see here on my Symfony profiler, on my car adds items, we have here now the adds a car item. We have to bring this on another. It's car adds. It's car adds icon. Car adds icon. Car adds icon. Yes. So little problem here, just to fix there. We have to go down to our elements. We name this here, and now we just have to do on the back end. Oh, what a day today. By the way, it's the last day of Carnival. Maybe this has a relation. Search, sale, and service. Save and publish, and we are back on track, I think. All icons loaded. Yes, so when you have little variable names that you don't like, or maybe you have a copy-paste error, or maybe you think about something too long or whatever, just fix it right in time, because later equals never. And when you get legacy code and you get problems, please just do this little 3 or 4 minutes and make your work good. Yeah, this is super important, because if I do not this last part here, this is not my passion, this is not my project, and this is not my life, what I want to live here. Okay, so far so good, and now it's okay, and now I think we can add here something. This was the car ads section on start page, so I just can make this here to Git. So my friends, thank you for watching this video here. Please follow the channel and give the thing here a like or a comment. Tell me anything about what I can improve, or what you want to know about SuperCMS, or whatever you want on tutorial videos on Symfony framework projects. Just give me a hint and I will see what I can do. See you. Bye.